I'm Coach Shanna Pearson, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit them up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
SLT Nation! Welcome back to another fire episode in season 3 of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right, we're talking to rising stars in our communities, superheroes, to say the least, who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. And today, we got Captain America in the building, ladies and gentlemen. We got one of the dopest. We're going to have a real conversation with you today because we wanted to take a break from all of the coaches, all of the athletes. Kevin and I, we found it very important to provide this message today and give a platform to mental health. That's right. There's so much things that we need to do. Everybody's talking self-care Sundays. Well, today we're going to teach you about self-care Sunday. We're going to teach you about self-care and how to take care of yourself in a tumultuous and arduous world of comparison. We got her, ladies, a performance mindset coach, the founder of 35 Coaching, former University of Arkansas alum, Shanna Pearson. Coach, welcome to the building. I don't know, Coach. Can we still call you a coach?
You call me, yeah, you can call me a coach. You can call me Shanna. You can call me Hey You, whatever you want. I'm
Hey You.
Hey You.
Welcome to the show, Shawn. We're super excited to have you on here. If this is your first time rocking with us, I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the OG, all things Louisiana. Put your L's up. Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, my partner in crime, the other side of the logo, the Quiet Storm, the head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, man?
I'm doing great, man. We got another hooper on the show. I can get buckets. She got buckets. Probably better than I did, but I'm feeling great, B. Jones. Let's get into this story. Let's go.
No. Because you came on the earlier shows. You were talking, hey, man, I got my he was stretching. Hey, he found out you were 6'1" in the background. He was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, and I'm a shooter. I'm left-handed, so, like, I play for money.
B. Jones, I never said that I wouldn't play against her. I just didn't feel that was necessary for this episode, man. Because then I'm gonna need a counselor when she beat me. So this is perfect, B. Jones. So yeah, let's go.
Hey, before we get to performance mindset, Coach Shanna story, we got to pay the bills a little bit. By pay the bills, we just want to get y'all to stick around, help us to grow the show, help us keep this amazing momentum of 2023 moving forward. That's right. Together we stand, divided we fall, and together we can move a mountain. And that mountain is all about positivity and telling these amazing stories. So I need you to do three quick things. First thing I want you to do is smash that subscribe button. Become a part of our family. KT and I, we don't do fans. We don't do followers. We do family. Number 2, we want you to hit that like button. It's very important. This might be one of the most important things you do in the next 30 seconds, right? Why? Because that's going to allow this show to go into the algorithm. And when people Google things like sports, mentality, things of that nature, this show's going to pop up. You can help them. And then lastly, just share it with a friend. We know right now that there's probably 3.5 million youngsters around the country that need to hear this message. As parents, they need to hear this message. So we need y'all to share. Sharing is caring. The first 5 to 10 people that come to your mind, just add them all in one list and just boom. Hit that send button. It's going to go out to them. That way they can check this episode out and just get some good quality in their life. So Shana, I know Arkansas, we had a tough struggle, behind the stage. We talk about Louisiana versus Arkansas, you know what I'm saying? So we'll talk a little bit about that rivalry here in a second. But are your folks rocking with us?
All day. Yeah,
all right, here we go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do it like we true to it. Smash that subscribe button. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Boom! Come on. Yeah. Welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. If you did smash that subscribe button, leave us a fire emoji in the chat and let us know you're out there so we can reach out to you, shake your hand verbally, and just say, hey, what's up? Just say what's up. All right, Coach Pearson. I gotta call it Coach. I still feel like you
I'm a coach.
Is a coach. All right, here we go. So, Coach, ready for the Sports Life Talk initiation?
I'm here. Yes.
All right, Coach. To initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
This is hard. I was thinking about this earlier. My favorite album of all time is Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. So Lauryn Hill, number 1, out the gate. Growing up, I'm a 90s kid. So what I listened to growing up, what are still my favorites, Outkast. Love me some Spodio, Dopelicious. Jay-Z, the Black Album in college was my favorite album because also Beyonce is another top artist for me. I actually have a wig. When I was going through cancer, my wig is blonde and long, and her name is Beyonce. That's my alter ego. Beyonce, Outkast, Lauryn Hill, Jay-Z. I'm gonna throw some Janis Joplin in there too, and yeah, it's all over the place. I like music.
That list, KT. I love that list.
That list was off the chain, and like what we like to do, Coach, we like to rank everybody's top 5, and the highest you can get is 5. But there's no way with a list I can give you anything less than 5.
Yes.
B. Jones, I can't give her anything less than 10.
Okay.
Yes.
What's that number that's after 14 but before 16, B?
15. Here we go.
Make a little beat. Love it.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought you was about to do 35, and I was going to reject you.
It's going to take too long.
I wouldn't have did you like that. And Janis Joplin, I keep getting her and Alanis Morissette confused because I was about to sing Alanis Morissette song. So I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, right, that would have hurt my heart if you did.
Yeah, hey, I know my limits. All right, who was your favorite superhero and why?
So again, growing up in the 80s and 90s, I have 2 brothers. So I grew up with Masters of the Universe on Saturday morning. And so She-Ra is my girl. And I loved her, and I still love her because, I loved her outfit. But also she was like the warrior among all these other, female among all these other males. And so getting to watch her grow up with my brothers, I was like, okay, so us chicks can do it too. So that's why she's my fave.
Yeah, for you youngsters who don't know who She-Ra is, she's the cousin of Adam. That's his name, Adam, right?
I think that's right, yes.
Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was the cousin of Adam, the main guy from Masters of the Universe.
Yes.
All right, so She-Ra, since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
So we're going back to, I would think, Beyonce. I love Formation. That anytime I'm about to do a speech or a workshop, I listen to her and Formation. So that and Unstoppable by Sia. Those are probably my 2.
Sing that Unstoppable by Sia. I know all my ladies, and let's
You want me to sing right now?
Go ahead and do it. Can you sing for us, Coach? No, you don't have to go.
We got her. She was like, Lord, I got to say. She's trying to get her.
I'll jump into it. me. Hold on.
All right. So on our show, our other shows, normally we would play a game called Would You Rather. But like we said, we want to get to the point to get to her story. But I do want to ask you this, Coach. This is a Would You Rather question. Would you rather be a singer or a dancer?
Well, if we're going back to like 5 seconds before when I tried to sing, I'm going to stick with dancer. So I love to dance.
Finally.
My girls and I, we do dance parties in the living room. We actually did one yesterday. Dancing is, I could get into all the benefits too of just dancing and releasing some, your emotional juice out. It's, dancing. I'll be a dancer.
You're the second person besides myself that has said dancing. I don't understand. Everybody want to sing, but you know what I'm saying? It's so hard to differentiate between. You get an opportunity to dance all the time.
And bring that energy all the time. Yes. I'm there.
Yeah. And all 3 of y'all are wrong. All right, so you have a favorite podcast that you like to listen to?
Yeah, so I love Ed Milet. He is an entrepreneur, and what I love about him is that he also has a lot of athletes. I mean, he has business, but he also has a lot of athletes on there. And I just, of course, I'll nerd out because I love hearing the mindset behind some of these, just elite competitors. So he talks about not only the neuroscience behind it, the emotional agility behind it, the fear. He's all around. He's one of my favorites.
And now you can add one more to your podcast.
Well, in this Sports Life Talk, I mean, I was just telling you guys before, I was kind of stalking you before this. I mean, we were supposed to meet back in March, so I've got the education, absolutely.
Oh, just kind of crazy. We apologize about that. We I don't know what happened, but we just kind of the schedule just got crazy. So
something happened with your puppy, and we had to quit. We canceled right beforehand.
You remember that? Oh my gosh, she right here underneath my leg too.
Yeah. She barking? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Y'all heard her just
ate something and got sick or something right beforehand. Yeah. I was like, oh, our babies our fur babies become our family. So I get it. Yeah.
All right, Coach. So what is something that basketball taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
I love this question because the things that you learn in sports, especially, me, I'm 41. I carried so many of those things into my adult life. I still use them. And I think the biggest thing for me is grit and team, how much I'm a high performer it's in my blood. And so just having the ability to know that I can, if I put my nose to the grind, I can do literally anything that I put my mind to it. And then when I have a team that lifts me up, that I trust them, that I can lean on them when I have weak days, and they support me when I'm having strong days. That just, having the teamwork around, not only just with sports, but in life with, coworkers, with your partner, with your children. So learning how to work cohesively and be able to lean on people when you need it, that has carried me through my entire adult life too.
All right, so B and I, we're going to produce a movie centered around you. The one thing that we're missing is a lead actress. Who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
Oh man, this one's hard because I'm 6'1", so I feel like I need a tall. Do you guys watch Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Yes.
Brianna Tarth is going to play me.
Oh. I had Nia Vardalos.
Okay. I can see that. Yeah.
I had her, but I don't know if she's 6'1", but I love that Brianna Tarth.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I was going to go like Kate Winslet or Jennifer Lawrence because they got range. And I think with your character, you would need some range to play there.
Yes.
With our budget, we can't afford neither.
Well, B. Jones, I'm going to have to shave my beard off and throw a blonde wig on or whatever to play it. So, we going to get the movie done. B. Jones going to get done.
It's going to be great.
All right, so this is probably the most important question I'm going to ask you during the initiation. Mm-hmm. When we do make it to Norman to come and rock with you and hang out, and you probably can check B. Jones for all his issues, what is that one food spot that you recommend that gets your stamp of approval, and what's your go-to meal?
So if I am going to take you all, if y'all are coming, we're going somewhere nice, and we're going to go to Mahogany Steakhouse in downtown Oklahoma City. We're going to get the Wagyu beef, a filet. It'll change your life. So.
They got a budget. We just got it was Raising Cane's. She talking about Wagyu and steak. Lord have mercy. First off, we coming. We're going to talk to the producers on that one, man.
No, we getting the steak, B. Jones. We gonna get that.
We're getting this. Hey, YOLO. We only live once, right? So you enjoy the experience, the culinary precision and impressiveness of Mahogany. We're doing that. It's happening.
Oh, we gotta go, B.
Yeah.
We gonna give this clip. We gonna send it to them so they give us the discount, B. Jones. So we got
excellent thought, sir.
So Mahogany, we're coming. All right, so now it's time for the You Got Next offering. We're passing our collection plates around and asking you to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like this video. Leave us your top 5 music artists, your theme song, and your favorite superhero in the comments. And finally, you see he's pointing to it. Go to our website, sltyougotnext.com, to learn more about us and our other You Got Next family members. So now allow me to turn over to B as we learn more about Coach Pearson. So B. Jones, go ahead and take it away, brother.
We're gonna learn a little bit about Coach, but today we really gonna learn a little bit more about ourselves. I think this is a show of discovery, and I want Kevin and I, we wanted to make sure we share these tools, and everything has a timing, right? We do this show in March. I don't know if I have the certain level of conviction I have since this summer, because I'm gonna tell y'all the summer has just been crazy and chaotic. We're gonna talk a little bit about that, but let's start this thing off, because you too are an athlete. Let's not forget, you a performance mindset coach. But at the true essence, you got buckets. You did all of these things at these young high schoolers. You came up in a household that was sports driven. So tell us a little bit about your origin, right? Every superhero has that origin story. Tell us a little bit about your superhero origin story, and when did you fall in love with the game of basketball?
Oh, yeah. So like you guys said, I grew up in Norman, Oklahoma. University of Oklahoma is right about 10 minutes from where I grew up. I started playing basketball when I was about 10 years old. What was interesting, I'm between two boys, so I have an older brother and a younger brother, and they were baseball and wrestling. My brothers are actually state champion wrestlers. They're amazing. And so I wanted something different. I was playing, softball, whatever, and I was like, okay, this is good, but it's not, y'all know, like when you find your sport, right? And so started playing around 3rd, 4th grade, and then I started realizing in 5th grade that I was good. And I knew I was taller than everybody, but I knew I had the physical prowess to be decent. I started with AAU in about 5th grade. And then from there, it just took off. I'm left-handed. I'm a shooter. Growing up, I was 6 foot at 15 years old. So I stopped growing when I was 16. So I had the height. I had the uniqueness of being left-handed. And so I really started working on my game as far as I wanted to be a shooter. I wanted to stretch the defense. So kind of like Steph Curry, I'll pull it from half court if it's an open shot. But yeah, I went through high school, college, or, high school, and I started being heavily recruited. I think I chose Arkansas because at the time I wanted to play in the toughest women's conference in the country. It was the SEC. Oh! And so, it's interesting looking back, as I was probably more of a Big 12 player at the time. I was more fundamental. I wasn't nearly as athletic as some of the SEC athletes are. But I had the grit, and I really, really wanted to play against the best. I'm like, I've been a big fish for a long time. So I want to see how I stack up against, women, because I felt like a girl, right, coming into college. And so chose the University of Arkansas at the time. Gary Blair, he just retired. He was my head
legend.
Coach. Yeah, legend. Go.
Yep.
Had him for 3 years, and then my senior year, I got a new coach. And then I had a career-ending back injury the end of my junior year, but I limped along through my senior year because I'm, again, high performer. I didn't want to give up. I didn't want to quit. But that really taught me a lot about, I need to maybe start thinking about what life after sports looks like. I had never even given that any thought. And so one of the big things that I do work on with athletes now is identity. We play sports for 10, 15, 20 years. And then one day you have your last game and it's over. And a lot of the things that we learn in sports, commitment, drive, teamwork, leadership, those all translate into adult life, right? Into corporate jobs. But the performance, the thrill, the hard work, some of that we really struggle with in our identity. Like, who am I now? I used to be this hooper all my life, and now I'm a marketing analyst. Like, how does that translate? And so I worked in the oil and gas industry for about 15 years. And in 2020, I was like, I want more. And so I left my career and became a performance mindset coach. And so I've been doing that for about 3 years now.
Look, you transitioned that perfectly, because I was about to say I would love to talk more about the Arkansas, but we got to get to the meat and potatoes of this thing. Yeah. But you know what? One thing I thought about before doing this show, I was like, I call them life coaches, but I mean the technically performance mindset coaches. But all of the who's who of the millionaires lists have these people, right? Some people, especially in the African American community, we shy away from therapists, so we don't like to talk to people about our problems. But when you look at the big guys, the Mark Cubans, the the basics or whatever, the Elon Musk, they have people in their corner in which they just sit down and talk about performance, or they talk and they have this outlet to help them so that they can perform. Even the athletes, Tiger Woods, the LeBron Jameses, they spend millions of dollars getting the right type of people in their circle, Coach. So
100%.
So why is it so important that we pay more attention? Because we've all heard the terms mental health, and I think sometimes we get so caught in the buzzwords, we don't even really know what that means. We just talk about mental health awareness. We just talk about, hey, I need mental health. But what does it really mean, Coach? And why is it so important for us to start having these conversations at an earlier age?
Yeah. Oh, I love this. So yeah, at an earlier age we want to have these conversations because our brain, we build thought patterns. We build beliefs around who we are, how the world is around us. And the sooner that we can start building more empowering, more helpful thought patterns, the better off we're going to be, not only in our sport, but in every aspect of life. And so I think it's important, growing up and playing the sport, I was always told you have to be mentally tough. You have to have a winning mindset. You have to have a champion mindset. And I'm like, that's all well and great, but what is that? Like, I can believe that I'm going to win, but the first time I run out there and I get a turnover and, 2 missed shots, like, that belief plummets. And so what can we do with our brain to not experience this so much, not experience the roller coaster, can experience that level, that even kill. And so, I partner with my athletes to teach them, our brain is set up to keep us safe. That is its main function. And it doesn't judge. It doesn't decide if, being chased by a saber-toothed tiger is scary or whatnot, or sending an email is going to be scary. Now, our body, if we have a fear, our body is going to respond. Our brain is going to respond. And so learning how to wire our brain, build emotional agility around, okay, this is a big thing. Sports is so emotional. It is so emotional, but we are afraid to share, gosh, you guys, I'm kind of scared right now. Yeah, this is getting really tough and heavy right now. So providing a space, it's okay to talk about these things. Like, our passion brings all the joy, the excitement, the happiness. It also brings immense heartbreak. I mean, how many times?
But that's the beauty of sports.
I love it. Like, I get fired up when I think about. I love the passion of our athletics it's beautiful, but it can be scary for us, especially as athletes. And we start so soon with the competitiveness, the pressure, and if you don't know how to navigate through that, most kids will end up quitting. Most kids will end up, giving up on the physical potential that they have, and so. Learning how is this going to help me be a better athlete? So we're so focused on the physical aspect of it, right? But this is just as important, if not more powerful, than our physical abilities.
Well, you talked about that grit and that determination. That's kind of that spirit of overcoming, right? I almost it's funny because you talk about the heartbreak. Every time we watch these videos and a kid comes down with 1.5 seconds left and hits this amazing shot, it was the defender on him. That young lady has to watch this video over and over again. Every time we see the ankle breaking highlights, I kind of feel bad when it's the kids because, John Morant breaks somebody's ankle. That dude out there getting paid $2.5 million to get his ankles broke. Right. So we can celebrate that. But the kid that's at the AAU tournament who's trying to get an opportunity, they demoralize. They man, I'm going viral for all the wrong reasons. Yeah. And then when we think about sports as all, even the softball, game of runs, volleyball, game of runs, basketball, game of runs, you got to be able to overcome these things right then and there on location. Mm-hmm. I remember I was watching boxing with my pops one time. He said, everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. True. All of a sudden they're like, oh, this is real. So, Coach, how do you help your athletes to prepare for that getting punched in the mouth? Because they are going to get punched. Tom Brady got 7 Super Bowls and he lost some too. He lost Super Bowls. So everybody gonna get that they'll take those L's and have those bad moments. What is the secret sauce or the ingredient to help them to overcome that and to stay focused and to stay vigilant and to stay driven towards their goals?
I love that. So, I would say first and foremost, these teens and young adults, they operate from a very emotional place in the brain, the amygdala, whereas that's our emotional center. So everything feels big. Every emotion they have feels big. So of course, it's like this roller coaster. but we can learn to manage that. And so with my athletes, one of the biggest things that we do, I'm a huge fan of journaling. So you get it out of your brain. The thoughts that you have, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve to be here, there's 40,000 athletes better than me. Like, these are all thoughts that at somewhere they've kept us safe, right? They've kept us safe from experiencing uncomfortable pain, but they can be rewired. And if you get them out of your head and onto paper, you can actually read them and be like, yeah, that thought pattern does not serve me very well. So huge fan of journaling. Get it out of your head. We spend about 95% of the day in our subconscious mind and basically on autopilot, right? So have you guys ever driven somewhere and you're like, how did I even get here?
Yes.
Yes. That's our brain. Our brain, again, is set up for safety and habit, right? Our brain's like, oh, we don't have to get out of bed and think, okay, now I have to put one foot in front of the other and the other foot in front of the other. We know how to walk, right? And it's easy. Our brain's like, got that? Cool. Let's go walk, right? So when we start building these thought patterns, they start out as a dirt road, right? And somewhere along the line, I'm not good enough has helped an athlete somewhere, right? Helped them work harder, be stronger. Somewhere along the line, it starts to become debilitating. So shifting those thought patterns and those belief systems into something more empowering. I am good enough. I do deserve a spot on this team, right? And then visioning. I'm a huge fan of visioning. Where do you want to go? And start embodying that, right? I want to be a champion. Cool. What's a champion look like to you? So you vision that, and then you start working on process. Vision over process, okay? So now, what steps do I need to take every single day to become a champion? Okay.
Now, Coach, this is the part why the show is so impactful to me and KT, because we all tired. Yeah. And I mean that we all tired. The event coordinators who put these shows on, they're working hundreds of hours tirelessly to get 100 gyms, 100 courts in these facilities. And this goes for football, this goes for basketball, it goes for all of them. These young athletes are traveling around the country starting at the age of 13, 14 years old, and they're on display. They are not playing in a high school gym with 150 to 250 people in the audience. They are literally surrounded by the best coaches in the world, and they have to perform day in and day out. 5 games, 2 games a day, 5 days in a row. But the parents are tired. Parents are traveling with them. The referees, the officials are doing game after game. We all tired. Even us in the stands, we like, man, my butt hurt. I've been sitting there watching games since 8 o'clock this morning. How do you, where I'm trying to go is about mental fatigue, Coach, because you're 15, you spry. Everybody say you're a child. You should be able to get up there and go run another mile after all this because you got so much energy. But that mental fatigue is a whole different beast. Coach, how do you handle mental fatigue and push through when the body's saying, okay, let's go, but the mind is like, bruh, I need 80 hours of sleep. I need some sleeps in this. I need some winks right now.
Right. Yeah. And it goes back to just that, taking care of your body. When you're preparing for a weekend and you're going to have 15 games, the preparation doesn't start on Friday, right? The preparation starts 2-3 months, beforehand. So the mental fatigue is taking care of your body as far as making sure that you have adequate rest. For athletes, you really need 8 to 10 hours of sleep. I know that is, for teenagers, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to miss so much if I'm sleeping 8 to 10 hours. But you have to decide as an elite athlete, what are we going to be disciplined at? And a lot of times we think of discipline as I'm about to get in trouble. But no, discipline is I'm going to stay committed to this plan, to this goal, whatever that looks like. And if you're going to stay committed to that plan or goal, okay, how can you discipline yourself to align with that? So mental fatigue. I'm going to get to sleep. I'm going to take care. I'm going to put the foods in my body that are going to serve me, that fuel my brain health. Huge fan of ice baths, not only for the physical attributes, but also the mental attributes of ice bath. It resets your central nervous system. It can heal trauma. It can calm your body. So it just gives you, spend 10 minutes in an ice bath before Friday, and then on Sunday, take another ice bath. There's so many benefits around that.
Who knew the medicinal value of an ice bath like that? Kevin, did you know that? Ice baths doing it like that? I might take one.
It's incredible. The ice baths, and of course, as athletes, we feel like we're forced to hop in them, but then you start reading and doing the research on how beneficial an ice bath is, not only for your, your muscles and your joints, but for your central nervous system, for your brain, for, your emotional health.
Yeah.
Huge. Yes.
Now, Coach, this is my last question because we don't want this to go too long. Coach, will you come back and we do a part 2?
I would love to. Absolutely. I would love to.
We got so much more to talk about, but we don't want to make this an hour-long show. We want y'all to listen to this on your ride to work or while you're cooking and whatnot. But Coach, you and I come from a different school. You gave your age a little bit on there. We all around that 40 age group. So we come from a different cloth. Well, we didn't talk about mental health. Like you said, hey, I don't feel like that's lazy, right?
Right.
The reason I'm saying this is because there are probably some kids who've been trying to tell their parents, hey, I'm tired. Hey, I need a break. I don't want to do this right. I need to sit out a little bit. And the parents think that that's a sign of weakness, or they like, hey, you got to toughen up, or even coaches, because they're going to be around our age group as well. Have you ever done, or do you think it's therapeutic for maybe families to come to you as a coach? Or how do you ensure that you talk to this kid, you sat down to him, you went through this rigorous plan, and then you get off the phone with them and their parents basically throw away everything you just taught them and said, and not intentionally. They probably want them to do these things, but they don't think about it. But they're like, okay, you need to get back up. It's 5 o'clock. If you're sleeping past 5 o'clock, you need to get up with the kid. Like, hey, I'm tired. You get what I'm going? How do you help the family or the environment after they get finished with therapy to make sure that this standard is set and that it's adhered to?
Sure. So when I'm coaching athletes, we meet once a week, and in between that time, I am talking with the parents. I'm talking with the coaches because I want to know the feedback. I want to know how these athletes are doing because I just see them for an hour, right? And then on top of that, there is always some coaching involved with the parents and the coaches, right? There is, rest is so important. You and I growing up, rest, I still struggle with the belief that if I'm laying down or if I'm resting, I'm lazy. And or I'm weak. And so that is a thought pattern that I've had to rewire, that no, my body needs rest. My brain needs rest. On the other side of that, with my parents, I teach them about, hey, here's the concepts that you can work with their kids during, when I'm not meeting with them. Let's have a conversation about failure. Let's have a conversation about perfectionism and clearly define what failure looks like. Because a lot of times we are so afraid to fail, but we all play sports where we fail most of the time. No one scores, no one shoots 100%. No one has ever made 18 hole-in-ones in a round. So, we talk about what do mistakes like or look like? What does failure look like? Perfectionism is a farce. So how do we navigate perfection? Have these conversations with your kids because they're having them all up in their head already. So have those conversations.
All right, Coach. Well, let's get them up out of here. I'm gonna give you the final word, Coach, before we get out of here. Any advice as to why? I guess just give them really quickly your information and a message as to why somebody should reach out to you at 35 Coaching or 35coaching.com.
So I think the biggest thing for me is our sports are fun. It is a passion. We all started a sport because it was fun to play, and then we got good at it, and the pressure started coming. And so I think the advice that I would give parents and coaches, number one, like I said earlier, in athletes, is define what the sport is for you, right? If you want to be an NBA champion, cool. There's so many things involved in that. If you want to play just to have fun and be with your friends, cool. There's a different level of expectations for that. So first of all, define what your purpose of the sport is. Then second, define what failure looks like to you in that sport. And if you're showing up every single day, you are not failing. You are getting better, right? And then journaling. I'm a huge fan of journaling and meditation. Get these thoughts out of your brain, right? We don't, like you said, growing up, I didn't talk about all of the mind trash I had going on in my head. And had I just talked to someone or had I just written it down, getting it out makes you feel better and helps you break down how those thought patterns and those belief systems are not serving you.
Dear Journal, Kevin was not nice to me today. You know what I'm saying? between journaling and ice baths, I got my homework, KT. I got my homework. What about you, man?
Well, I'm pretty sure your book is full of negative stuff about me, B. Jones, because we go at it all the time.
No.
Whatever. Do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, of course, I want to shout out first and foremost, God. He has gotten me through cancer, career change, being a mama. So he is, that is number one. Number two is my little girls. They are 9 and 5, and they are, one's a hooper, one's a volleyball girl. And so those are my babies. I love them.
All right, so this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who are you calling out? Who should have
I'm going to call out Sarah Jane. She is a mindset coach in Indiana. And her and I have collaborated on a couple projects together, and she predominantly works with tennis players and baseball players. And so she is fascinating. I would highly recommend her. As far as athletes, I've got an athlete that I used to work with in Arkansas named Ava Maynard. She just signed to play basketball in college. She is fantastic. I would love for you guys to chat with her.
All right. Coach Sarah, Mindset Coach Sarah, and Ava, y'all are officially on the clock. We got to get y'all to come on here and tell your stories. And any mindset coaches out there that have a message and y'all want to be a part of this, we want to be a part of this because we know young ladies are watching us. Coaches have a tough role. Everybody needs mental health awareness and this opportunity to get better, to think better, to be sharper. So we welcome any of you guys to our platform. I just want to put that out there. But Coach Shanna Pearson, you got next. You're the truth. I love your energy. It's infectious. I love your vibe. I love what you're doing. You know what? We didn't even talk about the courage of what it took for you to give away a normal day job, right? Mm-hmm. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say a normal day job and start your own business. The courage of that is enormous. And I can just only imagine how it feels to help people in the way you do. You've already helped me. You've helped SportsLifeTalk Nation. You're extraordinary. You are elite. You deserve a yeet. Hey, SportsLifeTalk Nation. This is why we do it. This is the fun stuff. Hey, thank y'all for rocking along with us. Another fire episode. I'm going to listen to this episode myself. Probably on repeat. Just had this joint playing in the background. Coach, we're going to have you back. We got to have you.
I would love it.
We got so much more to talk about. We got to talk about some action items and stuff like that, but we couldn't get it all that to you in a 30-minute time frame. But Coach, we appreciate you. Hey, SportsLifeTalk Nation, don't forget, you got homework out there. Share this episode with as many people as you possibly can. Let's get 35 Coach and put them on the map. Make sure every athlete in America knows about this website and this opportunity to get some performance mindset coaching. Don't forget to go to our social media platforms. We everywhere. We out here. This is our year. At SportsLifeTalk, all one word. All you got to do is show up, tap like, whatever you do, but we want to invite you personally to be a part of our family and rock along with us. We drop content every day, by the way, too. We're going to give you gems every day. We drop about 4 or 5 new episodes per week. We work hard just to give you guys this quality information and entertainment. And then lastly, if you're thinking to yourself like, man, I would love to be on that show, I want to come on and tell my story, guess what? You can. For all y'all mindset coaches out there, go to our website, SLTyougotnext.com. Click on the nomination tab. That's right, SLTyougotnext.com. Click on nominate and just tell us a few words about yourself. It's real quick, probably takes less than 3 minutes to fill out. And that information goes right to us. We'll reach out, give you a call, and give you an audition for the show. All right? It's just that simple. KT, man, I know we didn't do a championship rounds in this episode. Next time we get Coach back, we're going to do a championship round. We're going to have some more fun. But we wanted to make sure that this message and this information got over to people. It was that vital and that critical. So, KT, man, close us out, man. Let's go home.
B. Jones, now I'm thinking about it, man. When we go to the OU game,
we coming, Coach.
We can rock with Coach.
Yes, 100%. Bring it.
And Coach, thank you so much for rocking with us. Whatever you need from us, please let us know, and we got your back.
Absolutely. It's great to be here. Thank you, guys.
How far are you away from Mustang, Oklahoma?
30 minutes. My brother lives in Mustang, so
there it is.
Bring it.
Yep. We just had a future All-American out of Mustang come on the show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're gonna come. We're gonna go watch our place, and then we're gonna go eat some mahogany, and we're gonna live life good. Coach, I can't sing the song as beautiful as you, but see ya. You know she did a great job. But all my ladies, won't you get information? All right, SportsLifeTalk Nation. We love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another because together we are better. And keep dreaming big, because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet!
She was crazy as I knew you had next, cause you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag cause you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rinse repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sports Life, talking this.